Let me be honest with you today. For a long time, many of us have been listening to God the wrong way. We thought the message was supposed to make life easy. We thought if we prayed hard enough, struggled less, and believed enough, everything would just fall into place. But that's not the real message. That misunderstanding has kept people confused, frustrated, and stuck. God never promised comfort. God promised growth. And growth is uncomfortable. Growth stretches you. Growth demands discipline when you rather rest. The message was never, I'll remove the obstacle. The message was, I'll give you the strength to climb it. When life gets hard, that's not God leaving you. That's God shaping you. Some of you think the pain you're going through is punishment. You ask, oh, why me? But what if that pain is preparation? What if the pressure you feel right now is because the assignment on your life is heavy? Diamonds are not made in comfort zones. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Leaders are not born in easy seasons. If you're hurting, it might be because you're being built for something bigger than you can see right now. Here's where many people miss it. Faith is not just belief. Faith is movement. You can pray all day, but if you don't get up and work, nothing changes. God gives vision, but you must give effort. God opens doors, but you have to walk through them. Stop waiting for a sign when you already have instructions. Obedience activates blessings. Discipline attracts favor. Action proves faith. And let me say this clearly. Delay is not denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. Timing matters, preparation matters, character matters. Character matters. If God gave you everything you asked for too early, it would destroy you. Some things are delayed because you're still becoming the person who can handle them. So stop misunderstanding the message. God is not against you. God is not silent. God is not late. He's training you. He's refining you. He's refining you. He's pushing you toward purpose. And when you finally understand that, you'll stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start saying, this is happening for me. You thought God's message was about comfort. Somewhere along the way, you were taught that if you believe enough, pray enough, or do the right things, life would get easier. That doors would open resistance. That pain would disappear. That struggle meant something was wrong. But that belief has been holding you back because comfort was never the goal. Growth was, strength was, preparation was. The struggle you keep trying to escape is the very thing shaping who you are becoming. Every challenge you face is not a sign that God has abandoned you. It's evidence that you're being trained. Think about it. Nothing strong is built in comfort. Muscles don't grow without tension. Skills don't develop without repetition. Character doesn't form without pressure. Yet when pressure shows up in life, the first reaction is to complain, to ask why it's so hard, to wish things were easier. But easy doesn't build leaders. Easy doesn't create discipline. Easy doesn't prepare you for responsibility. You've been misunderstanding the message. You thought pain meant failure, but pain often means progress. You thought obstacles meant stop, but most of the time, every time life forces you to push harder, think deeper, or stand alone, it's shaping your mindset. You're being stretched because where you're going requires more than who you are right now. Comfort keeps you the same. Discomfort forces change. Look at the moments that tested you the most. The times you wanted to quit. The seasons when nothing made sense. Those moments reveal something important. You survived, you adapted, you learned, and even if you didn't realize it at the time, you grew stronger. That wasn't an accident. That was preparation. You weren't being punished. You were being built. The problem is that many people stop too early. They mistake resistance for rejection. They see difficulty and assume they're on the wrong path. But resistance often shows up right before growth, right before breakthrough, right before maturity. If everything came easily, you'd never develop discipline. If success arrived without effort, you wouldn't respect it. And if responsibility came before strength, it would crush you. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it limits you. It keeps your potential asleep. It convinces you that average is enough. Struggle, on the other hand, wakes you up. It forces you to confront your habits, your mindset, and your excuses. It reveals what you're made of. That's why the path feels heavy. That's why it feels lonely sometimes. Not everyone is willing to grow. Stop asking why life is hard and start asking what it's teaching you. Stop running from difficulty and start learning from it. Every challenge carries a lesson. Every setback has a message. But you only hear it when you stop complaining and start reflecting. Growth doesn't shout, it whispers through experience. You were never promised a smooth road. You were promised purpose, and purpose demands strength. Strength demands training, training demands struggle. Once you understand that, everything changes. Stop seeing obstacles as enemies and start seeing them as instructors. You stop praying only for ease and start preparing for responsibility. The weight you feel right now isn't meant to break you. It's meant to strengthen you. You don't put heavy weight on weak foundations. You don't give big responsibility to unprepared minds. The fact that you're being tested means there's something valuable inside you, something worth developing, something worth protecting until you're ready. So don't wish for a lighter load. Build stronger shoulders. Don't ask for fewer problems. Build better habits. Don't pray only for comfort. Pray for courage, discipline, and patience. Because once you understand that growth lives inside discomfort, you stop fearing hard seasons. You walk through them with purpose, knowing they are shaping you into who you're meant to become. You say you have faith. You say you believe. You say you trust God. But belief is not proven by words. It's proven by work. Too many people are praying for results while avoiding responsibility. They're asking for success without sacrifice, progress without patience, and growth without effort. That's not faith. That's wishful thinking. Real faith moves. Real faith works. Real faith shows up even when motivation disappears. If you truly believe you were created for something meaningful, then your daily actions should reflect that belief. Waking up early when your body wants to sleep is faith. Staying disciplined when no one is watching is faith. Choosing consistency over comfort is faith. You don't wait until you feel ready to work because you believe something greater is possible. You've been waiting for signs, waiting for clarity, waiting for the perfect moment. But clarity often comes after action, not before it. The path becomes clear when you start walking. The confidence you're praying for is built through repetition. The strength you're asking for is developed through resistance. God doesn't reward excuses. He rewards effort aligned with purpose. Think about this. Opportunity is given. What? Results are earned. Talent may be natural, but discipline is developed. Potential is common, but commitment is rare. That's why so many people stay stuck. They expect belief alone to carry them where only discipline can. Faith opens the door, but work keeps you inside the room. Every day you're being tested, not by dramatic moments, but by small choices. Do you show up when it's boring? Do you stay focused when there's no applause? Do you keep going when progress feels slow? Those moments define your future more than any big speech or emotional high. Anyone can feel inspired for a day. Few can stay disciplined for years. Hard work doesn't always feel spiritual. Sometimes it feels repetitive, exhausting, and lonely. But that's where growth lives. That's where character is built. When you push yourself, even when no one notices it, you're training your mind to lead your emotions instead of being controlled by them. That's maturity. That's strength. Stop thinking that if it's hard, it must not be meant for you. Most meaningful things are hard. Stop assuming that struggle means you're failing. Often it means you're learning. The grind you're in right now is not random. It's shaping your habits, sharpening your focus, and strengthening your resilience. That process is part of the blessing. You don't need more motivation. You need more structure. Motivation fades, but systems last. Show up at the same time. Practice the same discipline. Repeat the same habits. Day after day, that consistency is a form of trust. It says, I believe the results will come even if I can't see them yet. When you work without immediate reward, you're proving that your faith isn't dependent on outcomes. You're proving that you believe in the process. That kind of belief changes you. It builds patience. It builds humility. It builds endurance. And endurance creates results that last. Stop separating prayer from effort. They were never meant to be divided. Pray for guidance, then work with intensity. Ask for wisdom, then apply it daily. Believe for big things, then put in small, consistent actions. That's how faith becomes real in your life. You don't honor your purpose by waiting. You honor it by working. You don't show belief by talking. You show it by doing. And every time you choose discipline over excuses, effort over fear, and consistency over comfort, you're not just chasing success, you're living your faith. You feel frustrated because things are not happening on your timeline. You've been patient, you've been consistent, you've been trying, and still the results are slow. So you start wondering if you've been forgotten. You start questioning if your effort even matters. But the truth is, delay does not mean denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. Timing is not about convenience. It's about readiness. You see delay as silence, but silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. Some of the most important work happens where you can't see it. Yeah. Roots grow underground before anything shows above the surface. Foundations are built before buildings rise. In the same way, your character, discipline, and mindset are being shaped long before the reward appears. What looks like waiting is often preparation. If everything you wanted came immediately, you wouldn't be able to handle it. You'd mismanage it, take it for granted, or let it change you in the wrong way. That's why growth comes before recognition, maturity before responsibility, strength before success. Delay protects you from receiving things before you're ready to sustain them. Stop comparing your timeline to someone else's. Comparison creates unnecessary pressure and steals your focus. You don't know what they had to learn, what they had to overcome, or what they're still struggling with behind the scenes. Your journey is custom made. Your lessons are specific. Your timing is intentional. What's meant for you will arrive when you're ready for it, not when you're impatient for it. There are lessons that can only be learned through waiting. Patience isn't passive, it's active trust. It's choosing to keep showing up even when the progress feels invisible. It's staying disciplined when the reward feels far away. Waiting teaches humility, it teaches resilience. It teaches you how to stay focused without constant validation. Think about how many times you were glad something didn't happen when you wanted it to. At the time, it felt disappointing. Later, you realized you weren't ready, or it would have taken you off course. That delay wasn't a setback, it was guidance. You were being redirected, protected, and refined. Delay also reveals your true motives. Are you committed to the process or only the outcome? Are you willing to grow, or do you just want recognition? When the spotlight is delayed, the ego has time to settle. The focus shifts from applause to improvement, and that's where real growth happens. The waiting season forces you to build internal strength. You learn how to self-motivate. You learn how to manage doubt. You learn how to stay consistent without external rewards. Those skills matter more than talent. When the opportunity finally comes, those who waited with discipline are the ones who can sustain success. You're not being ignored. You're being prepared. Every delay is shaping your judgment, sharpening your focus, and strengthening your discipline. You may not see the progress, but it's happening. The habits you're forming now will determine how far you go later. So don't rush the process. Don't abandon the work because the results are slow. Stay committed. Stay patient. Keep growing. When the time is right, what you've been building in private will show in public. And when it does, you'll realize the wait wasn't wasted, it was necessary. You keep asking for answers, for change, for a breakthrough, as if it's something that will fall from the sky one day and suddenly fix everything. You keep praying for direction while standing still. But here's the truth that's hard to accept. You are not waiting for the answer. The answer has been waiting for you. You are the response to the prayer you keep repeating. Everything you need to move forward has already been placed inside you. You ask for strength, but strength is built, not delivered. It comes from doing hard things consistently. It comes from pushing through discomfort instead of running from it. Every time you face resistance and choose not to quit, you're answering your own prayer. You ask for confidence, but confidence doesn't appear before action. It shows up after you've taken action enough times to trust yourself. You become confident by proving to yourself that you can keep going even when it's difficult. You ask for change, but change requires responsibility. It requires you to stop waiting for perfect conditions and start working with what you have. You already have time, but you waste it. You already have ability, but you doubt it. You already have opportunities, but you hesitate. The breakthrough you want is on the other side of decisions you've been avoiding. Stop underestimating what's already inside you. You have intelligence that grows with use. You have resilience that strengthens with pressure. You have discipline that develops with practice. But none of it activates without action. Potential that is never used becomes frustration. Talent that is never applied turns into regret. You don't honor your purpose by waiting. You honor it by moving. You don't need permission to improve your life. You don't need validation to start working on yourself. You don't need applause to be consistent. The moment you take responsibility for your action, your habits, and your mindset, everything begins to shift. Not instantly, but steadily. But steadily. Progress doesn't announce itself. It shows up quietly through daily effort. You've been asking for clarity, but clarity follows commitment. Once you commit to showing up every day, the path becomes clear. Once you commit to discipline, motivation becomes less important. Once you commit to growth, excuses lose their power. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates belief. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming your environment. Stop blaming circumstances you can't control. Those explanations may feel comforting, but they keep you stuck. Ownership is uncomfortable, but it's powerful. When you accept that your choices matter, you regain control. You stop feeling helpless and start feeling capable. The same energy you use to worry can be used to work. The same time you use to complain can be used to improve. The same effort you put into avoiding discomfort can be used to build strength. Every day you're choosing something, either progress or excuses, either growth or delay. You don't become ready first and then act. You act and readiness follows. You don't wait for fear to disappear. You move while fear is present. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. And every time you do, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than your doubts. You are not missing anything. You are becoming something. And that process requires you to step up, take ownership, and do the work. When you stop waiting for change and start being the change, everything shifts. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because you finally realize that the power you were searching for has been within you the whole time.